Now it's my pleasure to welcome our presidential candidate, Dr. Rumana Sabur.
Dear brothers and sisters from SBMC Alumni Association and distinguished guests, welcome to my this auspicious occasion here. It's my honor to be member of SBMC Alumni Association of North America, and I feel privileged to be a presidential candidate for this organization. I'm so proud and delighted to have you with me here today to support me for the movement of stronger alumni of SBMC NA. Thank you all to come over here, leaving all your personal business behind and staying with me and supporting me here. Thank you all again. I acknowledge the prestige and the excellence that is our association has with its name. But I can't ignore there's a lot of room to improve this organization. It was born 8 years ago. It was a child 8 years ago, and it was supposed to grow a lot. An organization, 8 years should be a lot. It's not like a human being. The growth of an organization, 8 years should be a lot. But its growth was halted for last 8 years. It walked a very weak path for last 8 years. And the reason for this was very simple. It needed a change in leadership to redefine our goal for the alumni, needed to bring all alumni together to have the benefit of the power, the strength. We have to make the alumni stronger. Actually, this is the time. Actually, we need to step in, we need to hold it, and we need to be accountable for not just blaming, to accountable and take the responsibility of the organization to make it stronger. Those who we took the ownership to start this process felt a little obligated. We should not do anything which can divide us again. I felt very compelled to hold everybody together. And some of the senior and of my juniors actually started talking about me, saying, you can do it. You will be the person who can hold both of the left hand and also the right hand. And you will be able to negotiate because you are a down-to-the-earth person. So I just kind of believe this thing, and this is how the process of these candidates started. I felt like I am believing that I can do something for this organization. So actually, what I talked before, I'm not a political person. It's difficult to was difficult for me to handle this political part of this election. I was taking very innocently. I thought, if everybody agreed, what is the problem? But the person who declared first, saying like, oh, you're going to be my president. I'm not going to run for president anymore. I've been here for 8 years. Now it's your turn. Just suddenly decided just to declare himself as a candidate. And just throwing all the rumors all over. I'm this person's candidate, I'm that person's candidate. In the meantime, I was his candidate, and I was in a role to negotiate, to hold everybody. In that process, I came to know Nazmul is a very strong person as organizer. So I thought Nazmul should be one of the organizing secretary. I thought Opu is a very good person, is one of our pride who can move forward to us. He has a lot of strength to kind of give this organization and can be prepared for the next level. So why don't you bring Opu here also in the level of vice president? And then let's all put together. We don't need to fight, we don't need to divide. We just go and move together and be respectful to each other and just make a good, strong organization. But unfortunately, it didn't happen like that way. It didn't. Somebody decided to, after 8 years, wanted to be 2 years more. So now this came for me. Now, should I back off and then let this person indirectly support to stay 2 more years and then then I was feeling very, to myself, I felt like I would be a dishonest person. Because we moved all those people together, brought on the table, saying, we're going to move, we're going to have new leadership, we're going to have new things to do, we're going to make stronger this organization. And if I back off and indirectly helping him, so I didn't have any other chance than staying stronger for this organization, standing for this organization. So, the reason I'm independent from the beginning, I have to mention Giyash's name. He's my brother, younger brother. I didn't have that much contact with him the way I had the contact with Firoz. My social life was mostly involved with them. I was so impressed with Giyash the first day. He said, Rumapa, I respect you and I believe in you. Some of them, when all those rumors came, they wanted to make a panel, the other group. And these young generations of those enthusiastic people who has a lot of strength, I just looked at, and they wanted to have a panel also. But I still was a believer, saying, okay, all those things is going to go away. We're going to be again together. Let's stay there where I am now. I still stayed in my position, saying, I'm the independent person. And then I wanted to give all those people who wanted to kind of go away and divide those peer place, I wanted to give them more chance if they can come with me. I waited and I waited and I waited. And it didn't work, so that's just they declared their panel, and this group of enthusiastic group who has their own independent, to respect them, I put a poster for them to respect them because they've been with me, they've been supported me, and I feel like they are one of the group I'm very happy to work with. So, you all know this process as I talked about this moving forward. And we need a good leadership who has a good experience, who can lead this organization to its highest level of dignity and prestige. This is not one person's job. Together, we will succeed and we can succeed. With some changes, I see a bright future of this organization and hope you all will allow me to participate in these changes for this bright future. So what I wanted to go back to our alumni, all the successful alumni we have in over the USA. Together we could be a strength of those people who are coming today. Those people who are walking the path what I walked 23 years before, and we can help them many ways to make their path easy. As a president, a lot of people said, okay, so you become a president, what do you want to do? What the change you wanted to do? What's your goal? It's very simple. I wanted to keep everybody together. I wanted to hold everybody together in one foundation of the Sher Bangla Medical College. Since it's been divided for a long time, this healing process is going to take a little time. So that's why I feel like it should be an ongoing process. It needs to be a teamwork. It needs a lot of people with you. It should not be one person's job, but that should be our first goal. Whoever comes, if I come and the team come with me, and whoever comes, our first goal should be holding this whole group together in one foundation. And then any foundation who wants to do some good job, they need a good financial strength. So Alumni Association also should have a good financial strength. I have a goal to raise fund for this Alumni Association, strengthen the financial strength, and then whenever who need it here or back home from the Sher Bangla Medical College alumni, we should extend our hand to help those persons, because we are one of those lucky group who we even don't know how much strength we have to help others. So it should be one of the goal. I will increase our financial strength here. During this election process, one of the things I feel like it was a gift to me, and I'm lucky that I decided to run for this. It was just the connection with all the people, whole North America. All those people I got there, I feel whenever I call them, and I feel like I'm calling one of my family member. And I was just thinking, why I waited 20 years, or why I waited 10 years, why I waited 7 years. I wanted to find it out and establish a good communication skill, which is actually a part of the residency program also. You have to have a good communication skill to part one of the competency of this residency. One of the culture I wanted to establish and cultivate is to recognize and respect. I want to increase the culture of building respect among associates. Associates who goes extra mile in the organization or personal and professional life, they should be recognized. And the organization should be the first one to recognize that person. If I don't recognize my home, I don't appreciate my kids, who is going to do it? So we should be the first person to recognize that. And I wanted to cultivate that culture. I also wanted to have a mentor and mentee program. All those new associates who come, or all those people who've been here still looking for their life to start, still don't know which way to go, which is the right way to go. They need help. And the organization has a lot to do with that. So we will collect the data. Like we will talk. It's in my goal, back of my head, and I think that whoever comes to the leadership, they should have the same goal. We should collect the data for all the options we have, all the path we have to go, besides this USMLE and going for the residency. So we can collect all those data, and when people come to this country and when people are looking for all those career goals, we should be able to advise those people appropriate to their age and their family needs, where to go, how to go. So this should be one of our goals to do it. And if I become a president, this should be, I will do it. Finally, I want to thank you all for the burden you are taking every day, reading our emails, answering our phones, coming to all those gatherings. I know your life has been very troublesome with all those troubles. It's going to end in 1 week, but I wanted to thank all of you to take this trouble. So all the hard work we all are doing as a part of the bigger movement to make the SBMC Alumni stronger, so keep in their mind. As I mentioned before, we belong to one SBMC family, and this movement is for all of us. We have to unite in order to thrive and achieve the goal that what we deserve. I know this is the moment we can make the history, which will be recognized by the people years after, and we could be the milestone of them, or we can do something which is nothing to be proud of, and people, it's going to be the recycling of the history. I wanted to thank also all the candidates who are taking, having this in election process. I know all of us has a personal life, putting our personal life on the side. Everybody who are interested in this election, calling all those people, connected all those people, making this association stronger. I know some of us is going to win, some is going to lose. End of the day, we are all alumni, we're all family. Make sure we stay connected, and whoever is going to come, we will stay behind that person. So you have a very sacred responsibility at this moment to decide, to vote, to select, to make this organization stronger, the baby which is still a newborn to make it, to grow up healthy and go further. And I want all of your cooperation and vote for me, and I can promise I will do whatever I expressed here, and I will go extra mile after that. I want to thank everybody coming here, and I will end up my speech here. Thank you.